Hi guys, welcome to this session on Power BI. This is part 2 of the Power BI series, and what I want to cover in this module is how to use these visualizations on the right hand side here. So just to recap, we have data that we've already transformed. We've got a group which I'm just going to collapse out of the way, and I'm going to focus on the main table that we brought in. So these are the fields that we can utilize to create these visualizations. Now in Power BI, you have, as always with Microsoft, a ribbon across the top with lots of different features on: Home, Insert, Modeling, View, Optimize, Help, etc. Then Table Tools is where I was. So if I just go back to Home, you can see those there. This is the canvas area that you're going to add visualizations to. And then you've got an outside area behind that, which is like called wallpaper, which you can color in, and I'll do that later on. Down the left hand side, you have got this view that we're in now, report view, and then you have a table view, which will show you the columns for the table which you've got selected. So if I select the main table, it will show you all the columns from the main table. Below that, you have an area where you can relate tables. These tables are not related, so there's no relationships there, but you can do that. Then you have an area to create DAX function if you want to write DAX functions. And then you have this area here as well, which is a different view, which we're not going to cover on this course. So if you go back to the report view, I want to create my first visualization, and there's lots of different ways you can display the data. So first of all, I'm going for a clustered column visualization or visual. Click on that. You don't get anything immediately because you haven't selected the data that you want to look at, but I'm going to look at topic and then revenue. So that will give me a visual that I can extend if I want to, and you can just move it down a little bit if you want to. You get these little guidelines that would allow you to line things up if you're doing more than one visual. Now along here there's lots of different things, and I'll go through quite a few of them, but what I want to do next is this card visual, and then you can click on that and then basically tick the revenue button, and that will give you a total revenue for this set of data. You can have that probably quite a bit smaller than that, to be honest, not too small. Sum of revenue. Now if I do another visual, I'll click off that one and do another visual. This time it'll be another card. I'll just get this students. I'll tick on students so you can see the count of students, and then I'll just sit that next to that, similar sort of size. Now these are both saying sum of revenue, sum of students, and that information is coming over there. You can change that if you want to be count distinct, or count. I'll just click on count. That's saying 58, and if I go and select count distinct, you've got less number 10. So these are different options that you can select in there. I'm going to leave it on sum, add all the students up. And this one also, you can change that to display whatever you want. So I could go for average, and it'll give me the average figure there. And you can also rename this. So if you see the average of revenue, you could just double click here and get rid of all that and just put average, and then that will be what it will be called, average. And likewise with that one. So they're the cards, and just line those up a little bit. Now another visual I want to get is just a table visual. So there's tables, and again you've got to position it where you want it to go. So I want a table, and this is going to be, maybe let's go for city. There's not that many cities, and go for revenue again on that one. So you get the cities and the revenue, and again you've got the ability to change this. If I double click on that, I'll just get that to say revenue rather than sum of revenue, and then you can see how that works. I didn't get that to change, so I'll do that again. Delete that and press enter. Just revenue. Okay, that's that one. Now you've still got some spaces at the bottom here, so I could go for another clustered column chart, and this time I'm going to go for the bottom there. See what happened there, because I didn't click off that previous visual, it's changed this one, so I don't want that to happen. So I'll do undo, which is just Control and Z like all Microsoft. So I need to click off a visual, otherwise you then just change it to this next visual. So I want a clustered column and sit at the bottom, and I want this by company and revenue. Now that's quite a lot of information, so I'm going to pull that over. I'm going to take that right over like that, so you've got all of that information. Now there's a few little visuals on here, but I want to format some of these. So what you've got with Power BI is when you click on a visual, so if I click on that visual, you have, this is what we're on, so we're looking at the actual visuals themselves, but you've got this little paintbrush next to it, and if you click on that, it gives you two options, a visual and a general tab. And this information in here depends on the type of visual you've got. So obviously if you've got a chart, you will have an X and a Y axis. So for example, I might want to make that bold. So I've just made those labels bold. I don't really want to do anything else there, so come off that and look at, maybe looking at the Y axis. So the Y axis, there's not a lot I can do in there, but the values, I can make those bold, and they've gone bold as well on there. And you basically go through all of these little options, and eventually you'll get quite familiar with where things actually sit. But to colour in the background, for example, before I do that though, I'll just come down to put data labels on, down the bottom here. Data labels will sit on the top there. And then I want to colour this background in, and I'm going to do that through the General tab, because that's where that is. And you need to go to Effects, and then you can open that up. So you've got background colour there, so I'll pick a colour, and I'll pick something a bit garish, light pink. It's a bit garish. And now underneath that you've got the visual border. It's not on, I'll put it on, and once it's on it's going to be black, and you can change the sort of rounded edges on that if you want, and make the line a bit thicker if I come down a bit so you can actually see it. You see it's now quite thick and you've got a rounded edge. So this is what that's doing, it's making the edge rounder. You've got this sliding scale, you can pull that across if you want to make it really round. So that's that visual. Now the titles, if I just collapse all this off, the title is on, but I want the title to be in the middle. So I'll click on that and the title goes into the middle, sum of revenue by topic. Now if you don't want it to say that, I'll make it bold as well. If you don't want it to say that, you're going to have to go back to this icon and click on it like I did before. So I'm going to double click on it, and then you can get rid of the sum of, press an enter on that, and it should just change that then to revenue by topic. And then you can do the same sort of thing for all of these visuals, but a quick way to do it would be to click on this visual, the one that you've already coloured up, select format, painter there, and then just paste that style on each of these other visuals, and then you'll see that this will then copy through fairly nicely like so. So you get the same, and you can see now where you've not got things lined up properly. So I need to line that up. This is not lined up. I can make that a bit smaller. This can go a bit smaller as well, to be honest. And then that's it. There, that needs to come up. I need to make them a lot smaller than this. Like so. Okay, it's fighting me, this one. So let's make it a bit wider. Alright, now if you click off all of the visuals and click onto the actual page itself, when you go to the paintbrush, you are dealing with the actual background page. So you've got page information for a start, then you've got canvas. Now canvas is what this is sitting on. So I'll come down, canvas settings, and then you've got canvas background. So this is where you can actually select a color as well. I'll pick blue, see what that looks like. Now you can't see it at the moment because for some strange reason the transparency is set across to sort of like 100%, and then once you pull it back the other way you can now see that. So that's the canvas, but you've also got underneath that what's called the wallpaper area, and again you can set a color for that. So if I pick a pink again, so it goes like so, that's probably a bit too much pink. You can pick whatever color you want really. Okay, that's not too bad. And you've also got, if I collapse this off the way, you've got down here, you've got wallpaper, and then other options. You've got filter area. This is the filter area. You can color that in. All of these panes you can color in if you want. And you can also do this. You can go to the view tab and select a preset theme. So if I click on this one, for example, now that's all gone purple, including the filter area. I quite like that, to be honest. That's quite good. But you can also then, once you've selected one, go down to the bottom of this list and customize this theme. Because something I like to do with mine is increase the actual font size. So under text, so all these are colors that you can play around with. You can actually totally mess up the theme by not thinking this through. But text, I like to see things a little bit bigger than 10, size 10. So I'm going to go 12 and just apply that and see what that looks like. So that's better for me. That's looking okay. I just need to click on this visual and change that. So I'm going back to this icon, and then I can double click on that again and get rid of that and press enter, so that changes that. So that's my first page all complete. Everything's looking cool. Now I can name that page by just double clicking down the bottom here, double click, and then delete what's there, and then delete the actual number as well, because I want to call that main. That's the main page. And then you've got the option to add additional pages. So I'm just going to add another page and look at a few different visuals. So the next one I want to look at is a matrix. So I'm clicking on that one, and then that's going to be, I want this to be company and topic by revenue. So if I make that a lot bigger than it is right now, that's how that's going to look. So a big long list of companies, and then it gives you the sort of amount of money that they've spent on each of these courses, as you can see there. So that's quite a cool view. That's the matrix view. Next one, I want to do a little pie chart. So this is a pie chart icon. It's just sat in there, which is great. I want that by topic, and let's do topic and students. Topic and students. And then if you wanted to change any of these, say I want to change a slice of these, if I go onto the paintbrush, I can go into slicer settings, and then you can select a slice. So I'll go for word. Which one's word? Word is red. And then you can change the color of that if you so wish, from red to that different color. I think red was better, but there you go. I'm not going to bother changing these things at the top there anymore, but that's all I want to do on that one. Now if I do another one, if I get another sheet and look at some of these other ones, you've got like a waterfall chart. If I click on that, this would be topic again by revenue, so you can see which topic is contributing to the overall revenue the most. So there you go. So in this one, it's word has got the biggest amount there, and if you go on to the paintbrush and down to the bottom there, data labels, and just tick them on, you'll get the actual figures on the actual chart there like we did before. Clicking off that one, coming on to back over here, there's different ones. There's this funnel visual. If I click on that, this will show you how each of the topics has impacted the revenue in terms of size of the funnel. So I'll tick on both those two again, and you can see that coming down like that. You might want to make it a little bit bigger. Push it up to the top, like so. And then if I click off that visual and then have a look at some of these other ones, you've got these maps. If I click on the globe, if you've got this enabled, you will get a map of the region where you've got data. So if I go topic, I'll go revenue actually, and then it should give you a map of the UK in this case. Now I obviously probably need to have a bit more space there. If I tick topic as well, that'll give me like little segments of a pie chart for where that's been. This is Microsoft Bing that you're using here, so you need to have the internet to get that, and it also needs to be enabled in options, and also in admin you need to enable it. Now let's get another page because we're running out of space. In fact, I'll do it on this page. I will have another page, but I'll do it on this page. Go back to that page. One of the features that you've got is a slicer. You can click on slicer, and this would allow you to select something. I'll tick topic, and then you can basically tick these and it will filter all of these in place. I'll take them off. Now under slicer settings, if I go to slicer settings, you've got slicer settings. You can display that not just as a drop down list, but like as a tile, which I think looks quite good. There's only 5 topics, so you've got them there nice and neat. You basically click on those and it'll just show you the information, and if you hold your control key down you can click on more than one, like so, and then once you click off them it resets everything and you're back to square one. So looking at the visuals, then we've got a line chart and we've got a combination chart. So let's have a look at doing one of those. We'll just do a line chart first of all. Line chart, and this is going to be revenue by date of payment. Now I've got dates here, date of payment. So this now brings in a whole array of features. I'll make this really big so you can see it, because what you have with these dates, because you've got date, year, quarter, month, day, you can actually drill down or up, down, up. You've got like a hierarchy structure and you can play around with this. Or if you didn't want that, you could take these off by just clicking them there, get rid of them, so you just end up with a year, and then there's your revenue per year. So that's that one. I'll make it a bit smaller now, if I can make that a bit smaller up there. So with visuals, it's just a case of picking the visual that you want and making it customized to your needs, i.e. changing the titles, changing the font size and things like that. So that is all I want to talk about in this module. The next module, I'll show you a few more different visuals and you can see how they can fit into your reports. So each of these pages are part of the same report, and I'm going to name them in the next session. So that's it for this one. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.